Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in once again to eXp Labs. I'm Bryon Ellington, Chief Learning Officer for eXp Realty, and I'm joined today by Krista Pacheco. Krista is the head of onboarding for eXp, and we're going to talk all things onboarding for those sponsors out there so that you understand our new onboarding process and also how you can fit in. Krista, thanks so much for joining us.
I'm so excited to be here, Bryon. Thank you so much.
Well, so you've been our head of eXp onboarding now, and you've been making some big changes in the onboarding process. Can we start just kind of talking through the onboarding process, kind of soup to nuts? And then I want to switch gears and I want to talk about how we as sponsors, as we're bringing people into eXp, can be part of that onboarding process, can augment it, and can make it better.
Definitely. So we are affectionately calling it Onboarding 2.0, really the new and improved experience for both individual and team agents during their onboarding journey. It's been a combination of restructuring internally, workflow implementation, a lot of technology enhancements, and collaboration with so many departments across eXp. We're really trying to propel ourselves to that new standard. And the team has been working so hard to make eXp's onboarding experience the best in the industry.
Well, and it has very much become just a stellar onboarding process. So take us through kind of soup to nuts. So I'm a brand new agent. I join eXp. What's my experience? And is there something that's happening behind the scenes before I even know what's going on?
Yeah, so we focused on three key areas. We want to simplify, accelerate, and enhance. So we honed in on our join application process, really trying to simplify that. So reducing the join app questions, making it easier to navigate, streamlining even the document execution process, and most importantly, reducing the emails. So that's been fantastic. And we've actually seen more agents complete the application and submit than ever before. So really excited about that. And we do have more technology enhancements down the line, hoping to showcase at eXpCon and unveil in 2025 to make that experience even more seamless and quick. And then internally, again, we established service level agreements and baseline metrics because we really wanted to better measure our success. One of the SLAs that we put into place is application submission to license transfer in less than a business day. And so all year long, for the past 6 months, we've been in the 90 percentile, getting those agents in. Yes, so super excited about that. And just refining the application process internally. So we have some technology that we've been working on, task management, like I said, a lot of collaboration between all the different departments to make it just a smooth experience. And then, I was going to say NPS. We took agent feedback. We met with agents, not only to hear about their onboarding experience, but the experience of their sponsees. So we really refined that, jumped into updating our materials, including Spanish materials, really enhancing those resources. And we kicked off our pilot, the Onboarding Desk, in December in California, and then launched in Florida and Texas. And we're really excited to launch next week in 5 additional states. So Arizona, Georgia, North Carolina, New Jersey, New York, we're coming for you. We're really excited about that because that will cover over 60% of our onboarded agents coming in monthly. So we really are excited to see that impact.
Yeah, the big 8. Well, so when you talk about the join app, and I remember the leadership conversation we had, like, I don't know, 30 people in the room, where we were literally going through the join app questions and what should we ask, what shouldn't we ask, and things like that, and all. First off, who's bringing the app to them? Is that the sponsor? Is that us?
Yes, either. It could be either. We have even worked on our website just to start the joint application process, making it easier to navigate, whether they're realty, commercial, referral, even US, Canada, just simplifying that process. So it could be just an agent is going to the eXp join website, or a sponsor is navigating them there.
Okay, and what's that URL for everybody playing along at home?
Join eXp. Oh, Bryon, you're killing me. joinexp.com. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you. All right.
let me pull it up so I know that I'm join.exp.com. It's going to go, hold on, join eXp Realty. It's going to log me into our join app. Can I throw it on the screen? Can we throw that on the screen when we're join.exprealty.com?
Join.ex. Yeah, I'll feed you the question again. All right. So for those of us playing along at home, what's that URL?
Join.exprealty.com.
All right, cool. So I can take that URL as a sponsor and send it to my potential sponsee, I guess we say, and let them go through the application process. Or, if we're connecting with them via our processes, we'll send that to them as well. What am I accomplishing? So I get the Join app. I start going through. I'm answering the questions. What all gets accomplished on that Join app, and then what's left to be accomplished afterward?
Right now in the Join app, we are collecting as much information as possible. They're executing their documents, so the ICA, their W-9, their payment information, so getting that done ahead of time. And then once their application is submitted, it really is just that license transfer process. And then we're activating them in Enterprise, and they are an eXp agent. So one cool thing, though, when it comes back to sponsors is once the agent has submitted their application, the sponsor will get an email notifying them that they've been selected as a sponsor.
Okay, great. And is that email is coming from your team onboarding at eXp?
Correct, from onboarding. And we just had a release this month where it is now active for commercial and referral agents too. So those sponsors of commercial agents will get that email as well.
That's awesome. Okay, so sponsors, bring your person to that URL, let them feed it into it, and then watch out for the confirmation email coming in. So what's not accomplished in that Join app in the onboarding process that now we're going to pick up and take that person through?
Yeah, so afterwards, really after Join application, once the agent is activated, that is where our Onboarding Desk Pilot is stepping in, because now we're connecting the agent, right? Plugging them into all their resources, being that bridge as they move on to mentor or university, just making sure that they're set up for success. So Onboarding Desk will cover topics like passport, Okta, workplace, MyXP, enterprise, eXp World. Will cover all those new agent resources and touch upon KV Core, SkySlope, but really that connection so that they can move into our other departments and they're set up.
And what format is that onboarding desk communication? Is that email? Is it training, or how does the person engage?
Great question. So we will reach out via text, just notifying you that we'll be calling. As we all know, sometimes it's like, who's this? I'm not going to pick up. So we'll text you, let you know, encourage you to join the group sessions. The group sessions are via Google Meets, but we do take agents into the world, show them around. We really like the Google Meets right now because that way we have that face-to-face interaction. I think that's super important when agents are training. Keeping the group sessions to about 15 to 20 agents so that agents are engaging. They feel like they can ask questions. It's been really fantastic.
I mean, it's just a world away from just 2 years ago when I joined as an agent and moved my license over. I just got a bunch of emails and didn't have that kind of connectivity. And you're right, that connectivity is so important to the kind of welcoming them into eXp. So you go through and you're sharing with them about the various resources available to them. What then is the next step? How do you guys transition out of the picture, or are you still there throughout the whole rest of the 90 days or what have you that they're onboarding?
Yeah, no, we're definitely there, but we do give them introductions to other departments, making sure they know how to access mentor, university, their state broker teams, transactions, ECC, so that they know where to go and who can assist them best. We do check in again around the 14-day mark and just make sure that they have everything they need. And we are looking to expand our touch points out to 45 days in the future.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And so you're transitioning there, and then you kind of mentioned it, like mentorship. If they're in that sort of less than 3 deals in the past 12
Mhm.
months, they're going into the mentorship program, or they're going elsewhere as well. National training. You and I are going to be best friends with FastCap and some of the other programs that we're working with the agents with, and also as part of the mentorship program. What else do you see, like after they go through some of that initial conversation? What's the biggest hang up? What's the biggest issues you see agents having in the onboarding process, and what do we do about that?
I think it's just all of our resources. It can be overwhelming because we offer so much, which is it's great, right? But it's what do I focus on first? What's most important? And that can vary from agent to agent, right? Whether you're a new
Hmm.
agent or a team leader, what is most important to you? So really us honing in on what they need and directing them and guiding them so that they make those first best steps.
Okay,
Best first steps.
there you go. Love it. Um, and if I'm a sponsor, hearing all this, first off, I'm really glad to be hearing all this because sounds just awesome. And but there's things I can be doing on my end to make sure that that person is having an amazing experience coming into EXP. Where's your point of view on that? Where should I be plugging in? How should I be plugging in?
Yes, great question. So there really are important touch points along the way that can also, again, vary agent to agent. So let's start with like brokerages and teams. Um, it may even be before they're filling out the join application that they have questions about, what the transition will look like. We really encourage them to get in contact with our growth team or our team services department to help guide them through that and really set up a transition plan. And it could once they do submit their application, like I said, the sponsor will be notified that they've been selected. And within our onboarding desk, we are notifying the sponsor that we're reaching out to the agent, that we're inviting them to these group sessions that they've attended, so that we're keeping the sponsors in the know of where their sponsees are.
That's great. It's really good communication. Um, you mentioned teams and brokers, and I know we have programs like Boost and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the differences in the onboarding process for those folks in particular?
Definitely. I would say, a large team or a brokerage, there's a lot of planning in place before agents are even coming through the join application. Transition pieces, how will, the shutdown of their brokerage work or team name, questions, things like that. How are they going to live here at EXP now? And so there's a lot going on in the beginning with that. And we have dedicated team service strategy analysts that will work with the growth team as well, so that we make sure that it's the smoothest transition coming over.
That's awesome. Yeah. And by the way, if you don't know who your growth team representative is for your area, you absolutely should be sure to reach out to Amy Weaver, who's the head of the growth team, and she can connect you. Um, so, from the aspect of, yeah, let me back up and ask this question the right way. From the aspect of the joining person, when is the onboarding process done?
You know what? That is a great question too, because that definition varies from agent to agent. Some just consider their joint application process onboarding. Some feel like until they're completely immersed into EXP and all the systems and tools that they've been completely onboarded. Some may say that KV Core, 4 months in, okay, now I'm finally onboarded. I understand what I'm doing. So it really varies from, agent to agent. And we are, pause. Bryon, can we set that up again? What are we doing? Let me mute so I can yell at my kids too that they're all awake.
Go right ahead. Bring you over to my house, let you yell at mine too.
Because I just hear them like opening doors and stuff. Okay. So it's distracting me. Okay. If you can set me up for that one more time. Thank you, Bryon.
Yeah, and as I ask that question, I wonder if it's a better ask to say from our perspective, when is onboarding done?
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Okay, all right. So hearing all that from your perspective, from our perspective at EXP, when do we call onboarding a done deal? Like when are we finished with that individual?
Okay, so onboarding is a big word. We do look at the 14-day process, but like I said, we are extending that out to 45 days. We know that it
Mm,
can vary from agent to agent. Some may feel that they've completed the process as soon as they submit the application, where others need to be set up on tools and really immersed in eXp to feel like they've completely onboarded.
cool. And from your perspective, is there a place where a sponsor can best help resolving some of the most common issues that we have?
Yeah, I think once an agent is activated, that's a little scary, right? It's like, I'm brand new. What do I do? I think just letting them know that they have the resources, they have the teams all across eXp to assist them, and just letting them know that it could be drinking from a fire hose, but they'll be up and ready in no time, and we're here to support them. That's the most important thing. So whether it's, the onboarding desk or resources within exp, the exp world, we have a huge dedicated area in the infosphere where they can get more materials. But I think it's just letting them know that they will get set up, and we're all here to support them, and excited that they're here.
All right, Krista. Well, we're so proud of the work that you and your team have been doing to refine our processes and make the onboarding experience here at eXp everything we want it to be. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you to your team for doing that. And thank you for coming on today and sharing with us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Bryon. I'm so proud of the team as well. Shout out to University. Thank you for inviting me today.
Always. And thank you all for tuning in at home. We really appreciate you. Until next time, we'll see you then.
Thanks. Bye.